gentleman has expired. The chair recognizes the gentleman from North Carolina, Mr. Pryor.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Governor Connolly and Ms. Connolly, I know, as Mr. Devine said, that reliving this experience must be an emotional matter for you, and all who have watched you cannot help but admire your courage and the way you've done that. I don't know what the stories are that you referred to, Mrs. Connolly, about your conduct after this, but anyone who heard you today certainly could have no questions about your courage and the character with which you face this. I also think you brought back to us in a dramatic way the warmth and excitement of the Dallas reception, something that we've lost sight of through the years because of the way it ended in tragedy. I only had one question following up what Mr. Devine asked, and it's along the line of what information and how early the information would have been known as to the president's route. Lee Harvey Oswald went to work for the Dallas Book Depository on October the 15th, 1963. How soon after that, if you recall, Governor Connolly, would he have known that the president was coming to Dallas?
He could have known it before that time, I suspect. I believe the time of the publication of the Baskin story in the Dallas paper was September the 26th. When the story first appeared, that November 21st and 22nd had been chosen as the dates of the president's visit.
So he would have known he was coming to Dallas, perhaps even earlier than his employment day. But he would not have known the parade route until Tuesday?
I don't think he could have, Congressman Pryor, because up until the very last, frankly, of that week, we were still arguing about it. We were still arguing, one, whether or not there'd be a motorcade at all. Two, if there was a motorcade, whether or not the route of the motorcade would be published. And frankly, those who were proponents of the motorcade and of the route wanted to get the maximum public exposure for the president, and that was the basic reason for the motorcade. But that issue was not settled until that week, the week of the visit. So I'm sure that he couldn't have known precisely prior to that time, because I don't think anyone knew.